What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tru Element 78 in the building with.
Your one and only reigning, defending Mondo Lucha Hall of Famer, the X-Man, Xavier Mustafa.
And our apologies that the natural Chris Black could not make it on this episode. He is busy getting his shit pushed in. So it's just me and Xavier Mustafa here to give you guys our WWE Elimination Chamber 2021 predictions. And today is Friday, February 19th, 2021. And obviously, you already know who you're listening to, Saturday Night Slamcasters. We're going to run through the card. This is what's really setting up our WrestleMania card, I should say. For those who have been following along, they've had Edge bouncing around from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, but the NXT portion seems to have been completely dropped and or forgotten about or not cared about anymore. But he's been confronting the champions. He's been confronting the people that are going to be in the Elimination Chamber matches. So the winner of these chamber matches and the subsequent match following the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match against Roman Reigns will pretty much give us a better picture of who Edge is planning to challenge. But we're going to start things off with the match that was made on SmackDown, which was actually it's just a random tag team match. We've been harping on these thrown together tag teams for the longest, and now they've done it again, where the winner of the Royal Rumble, women's Royal Rumble, Bianca Belair, is going to team up with Sasha Banks to take on Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Thoughts on this match, Xavier Mustafa, and who do you think is going to win?
The tag team champions are going to retain on this one, and I'm going to say mainly because they're going to be defending those against Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez on NXT in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, so that's kind of spoiled.
Would you rather see would you rather see Sasha and Bianca win, and they try to pop the rating on NXT, and there's a miscommunication between those two?
I actually would like to see that, to be honest. That would be a nice swerve.
But I don't think you get a rating spot. But I know on our last episode, remember I predicted that they were going to do the Nia Jax and Raquel Gonzalez standoff. I said that. So, yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say that Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax retain so that they can go on down to NXT and drop those women's tag team titles to a company that could actually a brand that could actually use the women's tag team titles.
Yeah, that's probably. I could probably see that happen. I think it's time for Shayna Baszler and
going their separate ways.
Yeah. She didn't talk about her hold this week. I wonder what's going on. Talked about it on NXT.
Well, from what I hear, or what these guys are going to hear on next week's episode, you might hear the natural Chris Black talking about his hole. He's going to have a lot of explaining to do why he wasn't on the show tonight. So, anyways, next up, we're going to have a triple threat match for the WWE United States Championship, where you're going to have Keith Lee and Matt Riddle. Well, Keith Lee versus Matt Riddle versus Bobby Lashley. And the rumor is Vince McMahon doesn't get Keith Lee. He doesn't like his promos. He doesn't understand the character. And so he's very cool on Keith Lee.
I got to go with Bobby Lashley retaining on this one. I think they're kind of almost done with Riddle. And based off what you just said, too, I thought they'd been done with Keith Lee, but maybe more so than ever.
I go back and forth on this between Riddle and Bobby retaining. I think Bobby should retain, especially this close to WrestleMania. I don't see any reason to take that belt off of him. So I'm going to say Bobby Lashley retains. And maybe at WrestleMania we get the one-on-one match with him and Riddle has his WrestleMania moment. But for Elimination Chamber, I'm going to predict Bobby Lashley to retain. I don't think a lot is actually going to change on this show. So then next up, we're going to have the Elimination Chamber match with Drew McIntyre in it. So it is for the WWE Championship, where you're going to have AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton versus Sheamus versus Kofi Kingston versus the champion Drew McIntyre. Now, originally, this was The Miz in this match, but he was replaced by Kofi Kingston after he took himself out of the match. I'm pretty sure WWE saw the outrage that they had the Money in the Bank winner, or should I say briefcase holder, in this match, which made absolutely zero sense. So he took himself out of the match. So
I think it would have made sense if they would have made it seem like this is giving him another opportunity, because you can never have too many opportunities. So he's like, okay, I can win in the Elimination Chamber. Backup is the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, so
And then
Drew retains.
Doesn't he have to use this before?
He has to use it before the next
June,
Money
July?
in the Bank. He has to use it before Money in the Bank.
Which was what, June, July?
No, Money in the Bank was in it's like July. Yeah. Yeah, because that's when because that's when Becky Lynch left.
Yeah, and Otis won it and Asuka.
So it's like right after WrestleMania. So no, it was in May then.
He doesn't have much time to use it.
Huh?
The clock is ticking on that. He doesn't have much time to use it.
Yeah, so he's probably going to use that Elimination Chamber. So then the question becomes, does he use it on Elimination Chamber? Or does he go for the WrestleMania moment?
I can see it tempting on Elimination Chamber. You know, the cage goes up. He's celebrating, or no, maybe he's trying to get up. You know, somebody hit him with something, and he, you know, barely got the, what is that kick called? I don't know, whatever his kick is called. Barely gets it off, kick? 1, 2, 3. And
what, the Claymore, the bro kick? What?
Claymore. You know, gets the pin, 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre wins. Cage goes up, but he's still selling whatever beatdown he took earlier. And then next thing you know, here comes him to cash it in. But he's unsuccessful.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with Drew to retain. There's no reason to take it off of him. All signs are pointing to him and Sheamus at WrestleMania.
Oh,
Kofi's not doing anything. AJ really doesn't have anything to do. Jeff, hell no. And Randy has like 3 different storylines going on.
If they give it to Sheamus, if that's the... Oh, God, please no. No.
All right. So you said Drew as well, right?
Yep, Drew retains.
All right, so next up, we have our final match on the show, or at least announced so far. Is going to be another Elimination Chamber match. This is for number 1 contendership for the WWE Universal Championship, with the winner of this match going on to face Roman Reigns later in the night. And this isn't a prediction, it's a spoiler. Roman Reigns is going to retain no matter who wins this match. But in this 6-man Elimination Chamber match, you're going to have Jey Uso versus Kevin Owens versus King Corbin versus Sami Zayn versus Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan. And one thing I can say that they did a good job of, like I said, they had Edge going around and talking to pretty much everybody that's in the Elimination Chamber match. I didn't know how much I wanted to see an Edge versus Daniel Bryan match until they were standing face to face. Like,
I agree.
Like this could be a dream match. Let's make it happen.
I was waiting to bring that up, man. That's the only time I got super excited when he was talking to somebody. I was like, wow, this could really be something. I would love if they find a way to go with that, but we know that Roman Reigns is not taking the back seat on a WrestleMania. But if they could somehow make that happen, oh my God, that would. Wow.
Yeah, so they got me invested in seeing that somewhere down the line.
Yeah, that definitely has to happen. We got to see him and Bryan. I think we got to see him and AJ Styles. I think we got to see him and Roman. I think we got to see him and Finn Balor. I think we need to see him and Karrion Kross. There's so many I guess you could say, dream matches that Edge could have in the WWE before he finally decides to hang it up.
Yeah, I can see him and Edge having that Shawn Michaels Ric Flair thing, the loser leaves town, retires match or whatever. That's probably gonna be the Daniel Bryan Edge match.
My biggest concern is I hope he's not fragile. I would hate for him that he's getting hurt every couple of months.
Yeah, I can't wait for next week's podcast so we can talk about your boy O'Reilly scaring the bejesus out of the wrestling community.
Yeah, that was a scary situation.
With his shake, rattle, and roll going on out there in the ring.
Phenomenal match they were in, though. That was hands down probably one of the best NXTs they've had in a while.
Now, as far as this match, I don't want to see Kevin Owens win. I got a sneaky feeling. And I think if Kevin Owens doesn't win, it'll be Daniel Bryan, but that'll be throwing away the Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns match that everybody has been clamoring for. That'll be basically just throwing away years of storyline that they could have built upon for this match. Even though I do think Daniel Bryan will be the right person to win.
So you're saying they won't do it because it won't have a proper build?
Oh no, I'm saying WWE will do it because it doesn't have a proper build.
Oh,
I'm saying it'd be idiotic to just throw it away on this show, but it's WWE and they're gonna WWE. And I guess it could possibly lead to Daniel Bryan getting another shot at Fastlane, but again, it doesn't benefit Daniel Bryan. It doesn't benefit Roman Reigns because we know Roman isn't losing that belt prior to WrestleMania.
Yeah, they wouldn't do a three-way. I know Vince is kind of against main event three-ways at WrestleMania.
Unless your name is Charlotte and you get shoehorned in.
That's true, but I think that was just a rare situation because it was the ladies. It was like, Becky Lynch got over, so we got to put her in, guys.
Well, so who do you see winning? And I'll give my answer. Because you really have two baby faces in the match.
Right.
Like, Cesaro just turned over. Like, I guess if I'm WWE, maybe I do let Cesaro win. Like, I wouldn't have a problem with Cesaro winning because him losing doesn't necessarily hurt him. And he could at least go out there and do the Iron Man thing and still do his uppercuts and stand toe-to-toe with Roman Reigns, I believe. I don't think Roman would just walk all over him. But like I said, I wouldn't want to see them throw the storyline, the story that they could tell with Daniel Bryan out the window. And I'm just tired of seeing Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I agree with you on both of those points. But, yeah, I have to go with Kevin Owens.
I'm going to go with Cesaro. I'm just going to go with Cesaro. And then another thing is that, well, it's kind of funny. I don't think they're going to come back around to it, but like I said, I'm going to go with Cesaro. But I also feel like because of the Jey Uso thing and because Cesaro just turned babyface, so did Nakamura. Nakamura still owes Roman Reigns a receipt for what they did with him and Adam Page. Or, no, not Adam Page. What the hell is his name? What's the commissioner's name? Adam Pearce. Shinsuke just been getting his ass just laid out by He got laid out by Apollo Crews. He got laid out by Jey Uso. He got laid out by Roman Reigns. He's got to start giving some of these people receipts. So I think Cesaro wins the Elimination Chamber match. And maybe Shinsuke comes out to save him from a Jey Uso attack, but Cesaro still loses in the end to Roman Reigns with the submission move that he's been using.
So I think Shinsuke is going to be in his own match, to be honest. I think they're going to make a three-way between him, Apollo Crews, and Big E.
On the kickoff show, well, that doesn't affect him being able to come out and help later on if he's on the kickoff show.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, nobody's going to see his match anyway if he's on the kickoff show. So, his match probably get interrupted by the 24/7 title. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Cesaro, and Cesaro goes on to face Roman Reigns. And who do you think wins? I know you picked Kevin Owens, so I'm pretty sure we're both saying Roman Reigns isn't losing that belt.
Roman Reigns will retain. Hopefully, there's no handcuffs involved. We'll need that.
Yeah, so that is your Elimination Chamber 2021 predictions. Thank you guys for tuning in. Continue to support us. Make sure that you click that thumbs up button up there, right below this video. Also, be sure to subscribe so that you're notified. Well, so that you can check us out whenever we drop new episodes. But ring that bell so you're notified whenever we drop new episodes. You want to give them your contact information, Xavier Mustafa?
You can catch me at Xavier Mustafa on Facebook and Twitter, and you can catch me at XM Cinema. That is my solo podcast that has been a little quiet there lately, but I'm going to be popping up some episodes on there real soon, so make sure you follow me there.
All right. And you can catch me at Slamcaster TE78 over on Twitter. I'm not that active over there, but I'm a lot more active on our Saturday Night Slamcaster Slam Board, which is our discussion group over there on Facebook, where we basically run down pay-per-views in real time for you guys, and AEW and NXT most weeks. And just a lot of discussion with a bunch of our supporters and fans. So be sure to join them. You can also like our official page, the Saturday Night Slamcasters on Facebook. Other than that, be sure to check out our next episode of our podcast and all of our podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from. So that's everywhere from Google Podcasts to Spotify and anywhere you get your podcast from. Be sure to check us out there and subscribe to us. Completely different content from what you get over here on the YouTube channel. Other than that, we up out of here. Holla at your boys. Come get slammed. Peace.